A man of many faces. A man of good or a man of evil. I'm your host, Pariah.
And I'm your host, Lovax.
And this is Card Composer. Tell him who today's card is, Axe.
Alright, today's card is the Doctor of Thugonomics himself, John Cena.
Let's go to the cards. We'll start with mine. John Cena, the Uncena. 2 hybrid green-blue and a hybrid blue-black.
Oh, I'm gonna vomit.
Why? Something wrong, X?
That mana cost. It's awful.
But very easy to cast if you're running 3 colors. He is a legendary creature, shapeshifter, rare. He has Changeling and Menace. And he may enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a 4/3 and has Menace. And he himself is a 4/3. All right, thoughts on the card?
I have a lot of thoughts on this card. I as much as I hate the ridiculous mana cost, I'm glad it's back. I did miss it. You could pay triple blue for this guy. I'm not really sure how this is the John Cena card at all.
What do you mean? The dude can be anything he wants. He was good, now he's evil. He's a wrestler and an actor. Just being an actor, he could be anybody he wants. Also, he speaks Chinese. Just a one on how big chili.
Yes, I do love your racist flavor text. Under that argument, then Gordon Ramsay could have also had Changeling, because he's an actor, right?
Is he?
He's in TV?
No, yeah, but he plays himself.
Anyone who plays himself? John Cena's not playing himself? He is in your card. He's even using his name. John Cena.
That's because that's his name. His name is John Cena.
I mean, as a wrestler, he's well known.
I mean, if I wanted to have him come in as someone other than John Cena, I would have been like, Peacemaker, Ferdinand the Bull.
You're setting the precedent now for the rest of our series that anytime anyone is an actor, I'm going to ask you why they don't have Changeling. Because you've just made the argument that because he's an actor, he should.
Well, I gave him Changeling because he just went from being the good guy to the bad guy, too. Like a slithering villain behind the scenes where it's like, I can be anybody. You thought I was the good guy? Bam. I've been evil the whole time.
I can appreciate that. But his entire shtick is that he's been the good guy forever. He, out of all wrestlers, he's probably changed good to bad the least amount of any wrestler of all time.
That's how well he played the good guy before the betrayal.
Yes, for 15 years he tricked us.
Yes, that's how good he was at the not the grift. I guess the grift. That's how good he was at the grift.
That was what his promo said, that he had enough of us.
He had you all eating out of the palm of his hand.
Sure, okay.
And now he's a menace.
Yes,
but he was always a menace. Just behind the scene.
Yes, I should know that this creature that I could pay triple blue for and would have Menace for some absurd, ridiculous reason.
But he's also got black in his killer.
All our previous cards you could also say were a menace. Was Kyle Rittenhouse a menace?
No.
Oh, he's not. He wasn't a menace.
A lot of people thought he was a menace, but he wasn't actually a menace.
Okay.
He was just a stupid little boy.
Now every actress should have Changeling, and any character we make with negative trait should have Menace. That's all I've learned from this.
But if we did a Keanu Reeves card, I would probably, I don't know, maybe I would give any actor that we do.
You're doing the character John Cena.
But
he's playing a character.
You add another layer of character to John Cena himself, because in the ring, he's probably not the same guy off of the ring.
Certainly not.
Yeah, so it's you add an extra layer. Not only is he an actor, but he's also a wrestler that involves even more persona warping abilities.
The most well-known thing about John Cena is that his act was getting stale because everyone was bored of him playing the same character for so long. That's the trope. He was this unbeatable babyface good guy for so long. People were like, I wish he would change. I wish he would turn heel because he's been good for so long. It's boring.
You wish he would change?
You don't watch enough wrestling to get the flavor.
Well, I don't watch wrestling because it's lame and stupid. And I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was younger. My mommy said no.
You're lame and stupid. Wrestling's awesome.
Well, I am certainly lame. On to the next card.
All right, so my John Cena is John Cena, Ultimate Babyface. He's triple white, legendary creature, human, mythic?
That is mythic.
I can't tell. He has vigilance, Whenever this card attacks or blocks, bolster 1.
I love that.
And he's a good guy, so he's like powering everybody up and stuff. He's helping out.
And the dude is built like a brick house.
And then his last ability is, if anything would reduce your life total to less than 1, it reduces it to 1 instead. Then exile this card.
So the biggest issue I run into is when everybody has a card that does that and doesn't exile itself. You got that big 7/7 worm that it's like anything that would reduce your life to 7, or any damage that would reduces it to 7 instead. That's hella hard to get around if I don't have removal. And then there's another card called Fortune Thief that I think I ran in one deck. I don't remember. It has that ability, except it's 1 life. Any damage that would reduce your life to 1 or less reduces it to 1 instead. If you don't have any kind of creature removal, that's a win condition. I really like that John Cena does that, but then at least he's exiled.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I love Elder Scale Worm. I mean, every time he's in my green stompy, and whenever I play him, usually someone doesn't have creature removal. And the answer is, why aren't you running creature removal?
Or I'm just banking. It's like, man, I have 1 playset of creature removal.
I only got 1 playset of worms.
No, that is true. And he does cost 7.
Yeah, it's not like he costs nothing. But
not as ridiculous as that angel that says, I can't win and you can't lose.
Platinum Angel?
Yeah.
It also costs 7. And it's an artifact, so it's easier to destroy. Run a Naturalize.
Naturalize? What's that?
Well, yeah.
Who would run such a weak, pathetic card that is now outclassed every year in Magic?
Yeah, after 15 years of being the staple, now it's not good enough. And then the replacement also isn't good enough.
Oh, yeah, Return to Nature? No, we got something better now. It's called, I don't remember, but now the Exile draws a card.
Well, at least they're making spells stronger to keep up with these creatures.
Oh, yeah, did you see the newest one for a 1/1 with 3 abilities?
No, I don't look because it makes me hate Magic.
It could, it'll replace your that spider that you like so much. The 1 for a 1/2 Death Touch Reach.
That's 2 for a 1/2 Death Touch.
Oh, the 2, yeah, that's what I meant. 2 for
Deadly
that.
Recluse?
They now have a 1 for a 1/1 Death Touch Reach Vigilance.
Yeah, it certainly will replace it. What is it, a mono green or a green black?
It's a green. Oh. It's just mono green.
That's pretty outrageous. But I'm not surprised with it. It's uncommon, right? Let me guess. The strongest rarity, right? Uncommon.
I don't remember, like, but it wasn't rare.
So yeah, I mean he's triple white, so he's that strong ability, but he exiles himself. He's legendary, so you can only have 1 of them at a time. He's just got all the babyface abilities. He's just a good guy. And yeah, really the reduces it to 1 instead exile it is him kicking out. He kicks out 1 last time.
Yeah.
1 last time to pop the crowd. They're like, I can't believe he kicked out of this. Because it's John Cena. And I mean, you can believe he kicked out of it because he always does. But I don't know. That was the flavor behind it.
Yeah. That's very, very, yeah, this actually seems like a card that would actually exist. Not with John Cena on it, but actually, no, a Secret Lair with John Cena would probably just have that.
You say that, a WWE Secret Lair, I promise, will be out in the next 5 years. They will work it out because they're licensing everything. I don't know if we'll have a John Cena card, but I'm sure we'll have Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and other people that you don't know because you don't watch wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's see your support card.
Yeah, righty. Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
A hybrid green-blue and a hybrid green-blue for an instant rare. Counter target spell unless its controller pays X, where X is the highest toughness among creatures you control.
Is this Time Spiral? Why did you make a mono green counter spell?
It's not mono green. It's hybrid.
I could pay double green to counter a spell.
Yeah, but you have to have a really tough creature.
I probably do. I'm running green.
You gotta have like John Cena, like a green big wall man in the way to stop the spell.
So on turn 1, I play a Traproot Kami, and then on turn 2, I just counter whatever you play in my mono green stompy deck.
Oh yeah, but the Traproot Kami's got Defender. I mean, shit. I guess I ain't gonna worry you into attacking with that.
Yeah, but his toughness is gonna be at least 2.
Yeah, but
on my next turn.
You can only run 4 of these.
Oh, okay, that's the new standard for it. Probably is actually Rosewater's thought process. They can only run 4 of them, so they can pay 1 to deal.
Oh, and if they're
20 damage to a creature,
and if they're running removal, they can get rid of your Traproot Kami, and that just doesn't work.
You just counter the removal.
Oh no, they would remove your Traproot in response to you trying to counter what they had already cast.
They don't have mana anymore.
Oh well.
Oh, you mean in their blue deck where they're countering things? Not their. I appreciate the hybrid green, but this card should at least cost a blue to force you to have blue in your deck. This is already bizarre. The John Cena is already weird, and then the support card is also weird. Well, I like the ability though.
Yeah,
I like the ability.
I made it easier because it's just you kind of need like a big green creature to get like the most out of this.
I'm kind of surprised this card doesn't exist. Not with the mana cost.
Not with the cost, of course.
But I wouldn't be surprised if... Is there a blue-green card that just does this? Cue the music! I like the ability a lot. I'm surprised this does not exist, based on our research. I just think it should cost different mana.
Yeah, I mean, I had considered making it a hybrid and then a blue. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly shouldn't cost 3, because why would you run that? For 2 mana, and it can only counter a spell if your creature's big enough. I mean, because essentially later on it becomes a counter spell if you have strong creatures.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, on to the next card.
So my support card for John Cena is You Can't See Me. It's a white and a blue, instant, uncommon, the strongest rarity. And it says target creature phases out. When it phases in, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains indestructible until end of turn. The shortest card I've ever made.
Oh, wow. This could protect a creature for 2 turns, then.
You could dodge removal with it, and then you come back and you're indestructible.
And stronger.
And you get a +1/+1 counter. In a pinch, you could use it to remove your opponent's creature, but it will be bigger when it comes back. It doesn't gain summoning sickness. It keeps counters on it as well. So, like, if you played a second one, it would still have its first +1/+1 counter and gain a second +1/+1 counter. It does not lose counters when it phases.
I do like...
I mean...
I might have to look into stuff with phase, because that...
They're terrible, because they're older.
Yeah.
But then there's 2 different things, because there's phasing. Phasing is the keyword where you phase in and out every other turn. And then there's cards that just make something phase out.
Yeah, I like that, because I like the idea of like keeping the counters. Because that's like the one thing where I'd love to blank this, but it's got like 10 1/1 counters on it that I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
But if you phase it, it's just...
You keep the counters. If there's an aura on it, it keeps its aura. If there's equipment on it, it's still attached, from my understanding of the equipment. But yeah, auras and stuff stay on it.
Yeah, I'm just I like the idea of it's just like someone's coming after you during a boxing match. You punch, your opponent's not even there. What? Like 1 second later, they're coming at you even stronger from the side.
My first thought was the nothing personnel kid,
Oh,
because they're behind you.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's our show for today. Questions, comments, concerns? Let us know at P.O. Box below this video, and tell us which card you think was best in show. Tell me, Axe, what card do you think was best in show?
Well, in terms of mechanics, my favorite card mechanically is probably Are You Sure About That? I really like... I'm shocked this card doesn't exist, where you can just counterspell X's their toughness, throw some green in the cost for 2 mana. The problem is, because I'm not really sure it has to do with John Cena at all, and the mana cost is, I don't know, double green is kind of weird.
Well, it was mainly the quote. I have no idea where the meme came from. I know he had his face behind a cardboard cutout of himself, but you think you're about to do something, and then here comes big old strong John Cena. Are you sure about that?
I mean, I like that one mechanically. We can go with that one. I mean, if I want to say maybe it's a tie with my You Can't See Me, because I really like the flavor of that, but I like the mechanics of yours. But you know what? I'll give it to you. I don't love your mana cost, but I love the card. I think the card is something I could really see Wizards doing. Like, I'm really surprised they haven't done this.
It's something you can see?
How about you?
Flavor-wise, of course, I love my John Cena. I worked a lot on that and had the mistakes on purpose. I don't know. But mechanically, I actually really like You Can't See Me. I just really like the idea of a combat trick. It's just like, where'd he go? And then out of frame, a fist just, whoosh, he's unbeatable. He's indestructible.
I mean, it's essentially, yeah, he's hulking up. He's coming back. I mean, John Cena does the You Can't See Me, and then he starts his finisher spam, so it's flavorful.
Yeah, this is the best way to protect a creature, honestly.
I mean, there's not a lot of cards that phase, since it's, I don't even know if they won the last time they made a card that did phase. Beats me, but I think
in a lot of the Modern Horizon sets, I think they throw a bunch of random mechanics in there. I think one of them had phasing.
Phasing's not bad.
And then the last set they had that one Planeswalker that phases stuff. He's the control one, the black guy.
I don't know.
I
don't use Planeswalkers. That's when Magic went downhill.
He was one of the more original ones too.
The only thing worse than Planeswalkers is playing Commander.
I wish Commander would phase out. Am I right?
Yeah. Then it would have to phase in eventually.
It always comes back. Got any hints for next week's episode, X?
Nah, I don't have any hints this week because I'm too busy thinking about John Cena. The guy never loses. It's like it's unbeatable.
So you could say that he's